Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for Renaissance Periodization. Must-eat foods you have to have in order to have a healthy diet. They're not. That's BS. Why? So you'll hear folks say quite regularly that these are must-eat foods. And if you ever go to the grocery store, and if you ever so much as look at the magazines in the aisle, the little various previews of what's inside, the covers almost always have like 3 foods your body craves when you're dieting, 5 foods you have to eat for good health. And it's like, it's shock value. It's like, oh, am I missing something? But is it true? We have foods, that make the rounds of, these are the healthy foods you have to have. Avocados. Right? There's been like 5 different resurgences of like, aren't avocados like so healthy? Like I eat avocado toast like hourly. Totally. That's a thing. Kiwis, the healthiest food in the world. It's got all these nutrients. How can you spare yourself these nutrients? Carnivore folks will say beef. You gotta eat beef. They'll eat like a 95% beef diet. Like, okay, is it really true that we have to have beef? Right? And some health authority will say, yes, that's the case. And we'll say, yes, kiwis and yes, avocados, but it's not actually true. And it's so not true that there are entire food groups that we encourage you to eat as people who actually know nutrition. And because they're great and nutritious and convenient and healthy and increase the variance of your diet. But even these major food groups, you don't have to eat and you can be healthy completely without them. For example, grains. You can eat a totally grain-free diet and be as healthy as a clam. And are clams healthy? They're certainly happy because they're smiling. You don't have to eat grains, straight up. You don't have to eat fruits. You can eat veggies, grains, meats, or lean proteins, and then just never eat fruit and be the healthiest you've ever been in your entire life. And you don't even have to eat meat. When you look at the kinds of folks that vegans used to be in the 90s and early 2000s before the vegan junk food industry was born, they were some of the healthiest people on the planet. They ate no meat ever. If you take the right vitamin supplements and things like that alongside, you never have to eat meat. You'll be ultra healthy the rest of your life. So these are huge groups you don't have to eat. I really think that within one of these groups or another of these major food groups, if we say it's true that you don't have to eat any fruits at all and still be completely healthy if you'd like, could it possibly even theoretically be true that you have to have kiwis, which are one type of fruit? And who knows how many other fruits you also have to have? What's the probability that you only have to have kiwis? I mean, Jesus Christ, there's like I don't know, hundreds of thousands of, or at least hundreds and probably thousands of different fruits that humans eat. Is it really like one of them you have to eat? Well, no, we know already the entire category you don't have to eat. So it's probably like, oh, there's 50 that you have to eat in a category in which you don't have to eat any of them. How does that make any sense? The nutrients you actually need can come from a huge variety of different foods. And if they don't come from one side of that variety, they can come from the other. Because your body is profoundly good at extracting the nutrients it needs from the foods that are available. That doesn't mean you go on a starvation elimination diet of 3 things, but if it's like 20 things, your body's pretty damn good at getting it out. Your body is designed by evolution. You are a survivor. You are a descendant of folks that have faced intermittent starvation for 6 million years of human evolution. So if there's nutrients in it, your body will find it. It digests almost everything inside of food. It will grab every nutrient it needs. And lots of foods have so many bases of nutrients covered. You don't need to eat 50 different kinds of foods to be like, well, this nutrient I get from kiwis, and I've got to have beef to get this. There's tons of nutrients to go around. You really only need a certain amount minimum of proteins, carbs, and fats. And if you consume most of those through healthy sources, like if you have some whole grains, some veggies, some fruits, any one of those 3, you're pretty good to go. And if you have some kind of lean proteins and maybe take a multivitamin every day, your bases are covered. You get enough complete proteins from your food, enough essential fats from your fats, and kind of everything on top of that is BS. So don't worry about foods you have to eat next time you're walking down the grocery store aisle and you get to the cash register. If there's a magazine that says like, hey, look, you've got to eat Twinkies, that'd be kind of sweet. Like, hey, listen, I'm buying one now. I've said enough. Apples, a must-eat foods. star fruit. A lot of times it's like exotic foods they get you with. They're like dragon fruit, the new health elixir. No. It's just some shit you guys have never heard of, so it looks exotic. And people in the Philippines, it grows in their yard and they eat it. They're like, yeah, it's fine. And it does taste good. Anyway, go eat something that tastes good and don't worry about that it's saving your life. Just eat well and you'll be totally fine. Everything else is bullshit. Then get out of here. Go eat dragon fruit now. Take a flight to the Philippines now. See ya.